You know, ladies and gentlemen, in a parallel universe, this would have been a big hit, and the lead actor in it would never done Red Dawn or The Outsiders or Ghosts, or would have had a big movie career, but he was destined not to stay on TV, but to dominate the big screen. So today we're going deep in the ABC Strangeness Vault with a movie that ended up being an ABC series called The Renegades. Now, The Renegades is an American action crime drama TV series about a street gang that becomes a special police undercover unit in order to avoid jail time. The show starring Patrick Swayze as Bandit, the leader of the gang. Now, if you're in Canada, if you've never heard of the show, I don't think it was shown on CBC or CTV or Global, but we'll talk about the cast for a second. Patrick Swayze plays the lead of the gang called Bandit, kind of the Renegades, sort of a knockoff of the Warriors main gang in that film that looked at gang culture in New York. The great Randy Brooks as Eagle, Paul Mones as JT, the beautiful Tracy Scoggins as Tracy, who appeared in the TV movie Pilot, Robert Taylor as Dancer, Brian Tochi as Dragon, a very important Asian youth actor of his era, Angel Grandos Jr. and Fausto Barro as Gaucho. He recast the leader of the cops in the TV series. James Luisi as Lieutenant Marciano, and the great Kurtwood Smith as Captain Scanlon. Now, the 2-hour TV movie Backdoor Pilot for the series aired on August 11th, 1982. Now, created by Lawrence Gordon and Rick Husky, the music was very strong, composed by Barry DeVorson and Joseph Conlon. Now, 6 episodes were put in the can after the pilot. Executive producers, of course, was the brother team of Lawrence Gordon and Charles Gordon, with editor John F. Link. Now, the running time was 60 minutes. But Charles Gordon, ladies and gentlemen, he eventually became the executive producer of Die Hard and K-9 and Die Hard 2, The Rocketeer, October Sky. So this was sort of like his early attempt at big screen movies on the small screen. Now, the pilot came out on August 11th, 82, but the series only hit the screen in March and April of 83. Now, after its success, again, of the movie The Warriors, Hollywood looked to take the youth gang concept and market it to TV. In 81, Swayze did a TV show, Return the Rebels, about an aging motorcycle gang who got together to help a friend who owns a popular campground that is being threatened by a band of arrogant groupies. However, the show didn't catch on. It was quickly cancelled. Now, Brothers team Lawrence and Charles Gordon tried to market Swayze's rebel look, combined the gang concept with a police angle, and came up with the Renegades. Robert Spotus Wood directed the TV movie Pilot that premiered again on August 11, 82, and it got a 6-episode series. It had weak ratings. How weak, ladies and gentlemen? ABC canceled the show. 98 overall. So again, there was no attraction internationally, especially in Canada, because we didn't really know how big Patrick Swayze was going to get in. Now, ironically, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest draw of the show was the opening, where each of Patrick Swayze's teammates, as we call them, were featured. Now, according to iMockery.com about the Renegades, the creator of the blog said, "I realize it's a somewhat weird hobby for a person to have, but something I've always enjoyed is hunting down really obscure TV shows that also had a short run and never even saw the light of day. While it's true that many of these long-lost shows are god-awful, every now and then I'll stumble onto a real gem that the big TV execs at the time sadly didn't have the foresight to see the need for. Case in point, The Renegades, a short-lived ABC TV show from 82 about a gang that is given the option of going to jail for their crimes or becoming a special police undercover unit. Sounds great already, doesn't it? Well, it gets even better. Again, the star of the Renegades and leader of the gang was none other than Patrick Swayze. This is the same man who made Red Dawn, The Outsiders, Dirty Dancing, and of course Roadhouse so entertaining just a couple of years after this. So seeing in one of his earliest roles is a hell of a treat. The fact he was in the show alone could warrant a full DVD release, but sadly nothing of the sort has been planned to my knowledge. It's a damn shame too, because there's only 6 episodes that aired, plus a 2-hour pilot, before the show was cancelled. Now, according to the blogger, I've managed to track down all 6 episodes of Renegades. And today I'm going to show you the final one, since it's one of the best episodes and one that's decent quality. Keep in mind, he's coming off old VHS tapes. They're nearly 30 years old, but that graininess can add some charm and show just how dated the show really is. Now, the Renegades episode is called Target Marciano. Now, according to the blogger, now I'll be the first to admit that I'm probably dedicating way too much time to the intro of the show, but I honestly don't care. This was the big draw, because it's simply the greatest introduction for a TV show I've ever seen in my entire life. You may not be aware of this, but it holds the honorary title of the greatest TV show intro in the history of the world. No, you probably won't find that prestigious title associated with the show anywhere else, but what I say in this website is fact, and you agree with me as soon as you witness said spectacle. Now, on YouTube, there's a current YouTuber that's put up that intro as part of a look back on the 82-83 season, and for me, it's one of the best intros ever. According to the blogger, it's so goddamn great that the show itself can't possibly live up to the excitement that his intro generates. It starts out in a dark alley as a car pulls up to the ominous sounds of an electronic synthesized bass, probably a Moog synthesizer. Soon after, we see a gang walking steadily towards the camera on the wetback alley asphalt with an undefined source of beaming light and fog behind them. Maybe it's not an undefined source, maybe this gang is the source. That's just how badass these guys are. But forget about the special effects. This right here is all you need to concern your eyes with. And of course, the blogger said, "Oh shit, he's no longer Patrick Swayze in my eyes. For here on out, he will forever be known as Bandit." Fuck yes, and if you have a problem with that, I'm sure you're happy to introduce your unworthy face to those fingerless gloves of his punk. So Randy Brooks gets presented, Paul Moniz, Tracy Scoggins looking beautiful, and Robert Taylor as Dancer. We don't know what he's called, Dancer. And again, Brian Tochi shows up, and there's only a token black guy in this. But Brian Tochi, the token Asian guy, of course, he's a martial arts expert. What else would he be, right? He's Asian. But this guy's probably used to the stereotyping, considering he had roles in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was the voice of Leonardo and in Revenge of the Nerds films. Still, I bet if you asked him what the highlight of his career has been, he would tell you he was doing a standing jump kick in front of neon lights for the Renegades TV show. Now, when the cops are working on them, including Kurtwood Smith, who rolls his eyes at the group, but to see Tracy Scoggins and Patrick Swayze together, that's dream casting. I really always like Tracy Scoggins. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can find this on YouTube, or it's a Patrick Swayze delight. Not to say this to be negative, that's probably the gayest, the gayest ever I've seen Patrick Swayze. Not that he was gay, but the gay people loved it. I mean, Bandit is just so handsome. It's like Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze joined together, because he got a kind of a Keanu Reeves charisma besides his own. So Renegades, again, if you can find it, and I really recommend to anybody, if you're a big TV fan of the 80s, to have this released on DVD. Patrick Swayze wasn't scared to take a role that would advance his career. And ladies and gentlemen, I think the basic problem is this: it was never shown in Canada, Australia, and England. Because if he would have became popular for the series, there'd be no Dirty Dancing and no Ghosts and no Red Dawn, no Outsiders, because it's Patrick fucking Swayze, man. Anyway, and a lot of people, again, the best TV intro ever. And that's saying a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's the story of Patrick Swayze, Bandits, and Renegades. If you like what we're doing here, with our TV tributes from the 80s, let us know in the like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.